Okay, number 28. So this one was a little tricky, but once you see it, I think you'll recognize it. By the way, it's also number 28 out of, I think, 30 questions. And it is on the AP exam, the further you go, the harder the questions do get. So the last couple of questions are going to be trickier usually. All right. So first of all, they're talking about the area of an isosceles right triangle. So because it's isosceles, these two sides are the same. And they said that those are length S. Okay, so what type of problem is this? Keywords, rate. Rate means derivative, but there's more than one rate going on in this problem. They're talking about how fast the area is changing. So that's dA dt. That's 12, okay? They're talking about how fast the area is changing, but now read the problem again and look for the rate that they're asking about. Remember, when there's more than one rate going on, this is a related rates problem where you do the derivative with respect to time. So just to remind you, when you do the derivative of an A, you tack on a dA dt. When you do the derivative of an S, you tack on a ds dt. And it's like implicit differentiation. Like when you do implicit differentiation, when you do the derivative of a y, you tack on an extra dy dx. Well, now we're doing the derivative with respect to time. So the only variable you're allowed to differentiate is t, but there are never any stinking t's in the problem. So you tack on a dA dt for area, rate of change of area, ds dt for the rate of change of the side. All right, so read the problem again and find the other rate that they're asking about. At what rate is the length of the hypotenuse changing? So what they want to know is how fast this guy is changing. dH dt, I'll call that. That's the question. Well, the problem is I don't have an h in this equation yet. So I'm not going to be able to get to dH dt right away. Well, let me see what I can do. Basically, I can only deal with these variables. So I'm going to do the derivative of what's given and see where that gets me, okay? So the derivative of A is dA dt. On the right side, power rule, this will be 1s ds dt. Okay, dA dt is 12. At this moment in time, s is square root of 32. And the unknown is ds dt. Now, they didn't ask for ds dt. I get that. That's a problem. But maybe if I find out ds dt, then I'm guessing I'll be able to get what they asked me, which was dH dt. Okay, so solving for ds dt, divide by the square root of 32, and ds dt, and I'm not even going to clean that up, would be this. Okay, well that's fine, but not what they want, not what I want. What I want is dH dt. I'm trying to find this. So basically we're going to need another equation here that relates those s's and h's. Well, can you see it? Pythagorean theorem. S squared plus S squared equals H squared. S squared plus S squared equals H squared. Well, that's 2S squared equals H squared. Now I'm going to do the derivative of both sides. Okay, on the left side, that would be 4S ds dt is equal to 2H dH dt. And maybe now you can see where we're going with this. Now that I have ds dt, now I'll be able to solve for dH dt. Okay? So, filling in all this moment in time, I'm going to need to clean this up a little bit. Let me find some space. I'm going to take this equation and rewrite that. Hold on a minute. Okay, so now I'm going to try to fill in all of these unknowns. I've got a 4, S was square root of 32, ds dt, which we just found, equals 2h, h I don't know, I'll have to find that in a second, and then dH dt. dH dt is the question. So the missing piece right here, I need to fill in this with an h because I can't have two unknowns. So look around the problem. How am I going to get h? Well, h is right here. And I know what S is. S is the square root of 32. So basically, you're going to plug it into the Pythagorean theorem and solve for h. So using the Pythagorean theorem, S was the square root of 32, and I need h. So square root of 32 squared plus the square root of 32 squared has to equal h squared, and I need h. So 32 plus 32 equals h squared. H squared equals 64, so h is 8. And that was the missing piece that we needed to put right here. And now you can solve for dh dt pretty easily, okay? So I'll finish this in a minute, but the main issue was what you could find when you started this problem was ds dt, but that wasn't what they were asking for. They were asking for dh dt. It's a pretty time-consuming problem, and it's at the end of the test, so you would have been stressed, but the more you practice these, the easier it gets, okay? So let me finish this up. Square root of 32 goes away. I have a 48 is equal to 16 dh dt. Divide by 16, and dh dt is 3. Option B. That was a tricky one, though. Remember, you're going to have, I don't know if I mentioned this, on the AP exam, you're not going to get them all right, of course. But do you even know how many you have to get right to get a 3? Only about half. So you're going to have some that are super hard. Don't let them stress you out. That's what differentiates the people who get 3s and the people who get 5s, okay? Don't think, oh my gosh, I couldn't do that one, I'm not going to pass. No, you're not going to be able to do all of them. That's okay. Just try to be calm and get as many as you can. All right, hope that helped. Bye.